Hello, I'm Victoria Durgan, Managing Editor at Channel Insider, and I'm here today with Eaton's Linsey Miller. Thank you so much for taking some time.
Thanks, Victoria. Nice to be with you.
Nice to be with you. So I guess to start, maybe just tell me a little more about what you do here at Eaton and the teams that you lead.
Sure. Well, I'm really happy to be here at Eaton, and I lead our global distributed IT business. So our distributed IT business does power infrastructure for all sorts of customers, including data center and large enterprise and everything in between.
Great. Well, thank you so much again for the time. I'm curious, as we think about the ways in which partners are embracing this new world, if you could tell me about working with a Power Advantage partner with Eaton who has embraced or grown in the AI era that we live in.
Yeah, so with AI, there's a lot of changes that are coming for businesses and infrastructure, and everyone's talking about it, but it brings a lot of power demand and a lot of opportunities to upgrade the network and all of the systems that support it. And there's a use case that keeps happening over and over with a lot of our partners, and I'll just kind of give you one example. So we have an IT reseller who traditionally had sold our racks, our triplet racks, a lot of our connectivity products and KVMs, but had never actually offered more of our power solutions with their work that they were doing for customers. And so we had them join our Power Advantage program and get comfortable adding UPS power and more physical infrastructure solutions for power that AI needs. And, they've been successful with that. And there are other examples of those that have said, I don't know how to do that, or that's new to me, or I don't know if I could support my customer with that. But we have a great team here at Eaton that has partner enablement resources. So we have the people with the applications experience, with the product know-how. So our partners are not doing this alone for the first time. They can do things that they never did before, but they can do that with a team of folks here at Eaton that will help them be successful. So it's a use case we continue to see, and I'm really excited for the partners that are doing more and more as part of the Power Advantage program.
Sure. Let's maybe dive into that program a bit more, right? We hear a lot, to your point, about how AI is expanding and growing demand across the board in sectors like the ones in which Eaton operates. So when you think about the program and what you as a company through that program can really bring to partners to support them, to your point, on that journey, how is the program structured to do that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think Eaton is really well known in the industry for being loyal to our partners, and our success is their success. So beyond deal registration, we offer a lot of different incentives through a tiered reward system where they can keep growing with us, and they have access to SPIFs and to MDF funds so that they can be more successful, and so they can also grow and fund a lot of the other efforts that they're doing to expand in their markets. And one of the things I love about our partners is that they are specialists at multiple different types of application domains. And we see that as being a symbiotic system. So, we can be experts, we can have power experts, and we can have solutions for AI, but they can help us specialize that for things like government with sovereign data, or with healthcare environments with all of the changes that are happening there. And so we rely upon their domain expertise.
Sure. I know we started kind of by talking on the programmatic aspects of what partners need, enablement, et cetera, but I don't want to lose the technology in the conversation. I know you are a technologist yourself. So when we say, I think what's become a common catch-all phrase, AI is growing, AI demand is accelerating. When you think about what that actually means from a workload perspective, what is the push and the challenge on infrastructure workloads looking like now because of AI that is different than a few years ago?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, the amount of power that is needed for these AI workloads is the biggest issue to solve for. And so we see power densities increasing from each generation of GPU to the next. And as that happens, we need to make more room for more GPUs, for more compute processing, and we need to compress the amount of additional resources that are needed to manage that power so that we can get the most out of every physical space that's dedicated to that. In addition to that, there is the challenge of heat. How can you manage the heat rejection that is needed for all of these power-hungry workloads and the ambient environment in which it operates and cool adequately, which is one of the reasons that Eaton bought Boyd, was a really comprehensive liquid cooling portfolio that complements our power infrastructure solutions. So right now, I'd say, power and cooling, definitely top of mind for all of our customers, and how are they going to manage that? We can help them with solutions around today's workloads, but also the many architecture changes that are ahead of us just in this next 3-year window to do that better. So those are some areas that we've been growing our portfolio around and really helping our customers scale with.
Sure. When we think about things like cooling and the power densities, to your point, I also hear partners talk a lot about inference, the needs in inference, the workload demand. What are you seeing from partners and customers, and how do you kind of approach that growing area as well?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, because today with AI, most of all the AI processing is happening in the cloud. And there really hasn't been a kind of separation between training and inferencing. But over time, we'll see training continue to happen in the cloud, more inferencing happening at the edge. And that goes beyond the use cases where the data has to be at the edge, because of, maybe requirements, certain data requirements. And so I think what it means is that more of the kinds of high performance computing, GPU processing that's happened in the cloud will be decentralized, essentially democratized more to the edge networks. And they'll be able to handle more real-time transactions with inferencing workloads closer to home. But those environments really weren't set up to be like data center environments, so it will require a hybrid sort of format to be able to handle GPU workloads in edge environments. And it's really a great time right now because there are more and more modular solutions that serve the needs of edge requirements, so that customers can deploy those much more quickly than sort of a ground up build.
When you think about the conversation we've had today, the trends in the industry writ large, what excites you the most about what you're building with partners to ultimately benefit Eaton's customers?
For me, I think it's just the people. I think at Eaton, we have a great culture. I feel really blessed to work for a company where I get to work with so many cool people, and we have a great time together. We take on big challenges together, but we really enjoy working together, and I feel that way about the partners as well. So I think winning together between our teams and our partners' teams, helping them do things they never did before, with all new daunting challenges in this massive demand for power with AI is just one of my favorite things. I mean, just an example is, we have Power Advantage partners that are going from one generation of server to the next one, and it's a step change in power requirements. And some of them are able to position Eaton UPS products for, backup power and reliability and uptime for the first time. And they're very successful at doing it. So I just love seeing the teams win together. And that's really the thing that I love the most.
For resellers, partners who are watching this, who maybe haven't explored the Power Advantage program yet, where can they go to learn more?
So if you go to the Eaton website and the Power Advantage portal, just reach out, fill out that form, and we will have a dedicated team member contact them and help them learn about the program and get connected to all the resources.
Okay. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you.